Grüß euch und Servus miteinander. Hi everybody, friends of Japanese art prints. Welcome for another edition of our video productions by Artelino. Artelino, the company that sells Japanese prints in weekly online auctions. Today's video is about a real beauty, a double beauty. This one, but also the print itself is a beauty because it's rare and it's something special. It's a flagship print, and we offer it in one of our auctions. In auction Shinsui 1591, starting on August 25 and ending on September 1st of 2019. The title of this print is Purple Hood, and it was made by Shinsui, a leading artist of the Shinsui art movement. Shinsui, a few words about his biography. He was born in 1898, was primarily a painter, and he died in 1976. But he also made a bunch of woodblock prints, mainly with the famous publisher Watanabe Shotsaburo from Tokyo. Shinsui was a student of Kaburagi Kiyokata, and he's famous for landscape prints, but especially for Bijin prints. Bijin is the Japanese word for beautiful people, and women are more beautiful than men, so usually it is referred to Bijin, beautiful women. Shinsui, he was awarded by appointing him to the status of an intangible cultural asset in 1952 by the Japanese government. So this underlines his importance, in case you should not believe my words. A few tips about collecting prints by Shinsui. You should know there are originals made either before World War II or after World War II. They were nearly all made by Watanabe Shotsaburo, and they are expensive, like this one. There is a cheaper series. This was commissioned by a watchmaker, by the watchmaker Hotta. This title of the series is Clock and Beauty, or in my terrible Japanese Tokei To Bijin. Was also produced, published partly, but carved and printed by Watanabe. But this series, you recognize it, it has always a clock in the background. It's available in our auctions for a reserve of a few $100, whereas a rare print like this costs several thousand prints. Yeah, this is what collectors pay. And finally, when you encounter prints by Shinsui, sometimes you see something very cheap. In our auctions, reserve for $50 usually. These are lithographs. Lithographs are not made entirely by hand, you should know that. And they look nice. You can hang them on the wall, but under collecting aspects, it's more decoration print. You cannot expect this to buy for $50 and 5 years later Christie's or Sotheby's invites you for dinner to get your consignments for your Shinsui lithographs. No, this will never happen. Let's come now to this lovely print, a Purple Hood. Okozo Tsukin, excuse my Japanese, was made in the 1950s, early 1950s, I think. It's all made by hand, a woodblock print, published also by Watanabe Shotsaburo, and it's incredible. This is all made by hand by carving fine lines into wood blocks, one block for each color, and then pulling that printing here. Look at that gradation. And now look at a detail here, the hair. At the beginning of this video, you saw a detail. This is all made by hand, by carving lines into a woodblock. Incredible, yeah? This is what is called a lash print. It's made with mica and gofun. Gofun is this white powder which was used here to indicate the snow. Well, lovely. I don't want to say more right now. The reserve, that is the minimum bid you have to place in order to have a chance to be the winner at the end. That reserve is $2,000. And last but not least, this design by Ito Shinsui is published in a book. I unfortunately don't have it with me, but I will let you know the title. The title is The Female Image. Collector of Shinhanga prints know that book usually. Written by Newland Amy and other persons. And you find that design on page 79. It's the plate 88. Well, enough for today. Thanks for watching this video. Hoping to see you in 1 week again, and maybe one day in our online auctions of Japanese prints. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice weekend.